Okay, welcome back to episode 4, and for the next couple of bikes I think we're gonna get a bit adventurous. So this is the brand new NX500, which is the replacement for the CB500X. Looking pretty nice, to be honest, sounding a lot better than I thought it would. I have to say, I was kind of watching a few videos and thought, it sounds a bit, doesn't sound great, you know, it's a Japanese 180 parallel twin, but actually no, it sounds nice. Sounds nice, and it looks good. It's kind of got this small Dakar kind of feel to it, like a mini Dakar feel. Is it a massive improvement over the CB500X? Don't know. I think they look quite different, so I think they both look good. But yeah, let's see. Let's go. Okay, quite easy to pick up. My feet are on the ground quite easily. So yeah, oh, I can already tell it's so smooth. It's really smooth. The engine is very nice and doesn't feel at all underpowered. Yeah, I'm liking this already. Yeah, so let me explain a little bit about what I'm doing here. So obviously I've been looking at modern classics so far, but you know, I've got plans to do a bit of traveling in Europe this summer, and I'd actually, if possible, like to even go a bit off-road. And by off-road I mean sort of bits of the Trans-European Trail and but you know, gravel roads, nothing more than that, to be honest. So a bike like this would be perfectly adequate for that. I think the only thing to think about is motorway speeds, because I will be doing some motorways. Sounds nice, actually. That's one thing I thought this bike was going to sound pretty lackluster. I like the driving position. It's really nice. It's a really nice bike. So yeah, so let's do my little list that I always do. So first off, style. Right, so I'm getting a lot of buffeting. I guess you would need to get a larger windscreen, I think. I mean, it's got enough there, I think. I don't think I'd feel at all sort of worried that this didn't have enough power. So yeah, style. Well, I mean, it's an adventure bike. Oh, it hasn't got the styling, obviously, of a Triumph or anything like that, and you know, that's to be expected. But I still think it looks good. I mean, it's got, I think, you know, it's not a bad looking bike. really maneuverable. So I think, you know, for style wise, yeah, it really depends on what you like, I guess. As far as kind of mini adventures, I think it's okay. So I'll probably give it, you know, it's not a Triumph Bonneville, is it? I mean, look at that. It's so maneuverable. And it's got plenty of torque, you know, as well. Fifth gear. So yeah, sorry. Get back to the style. I think, yeah, I think a 5, maybe even a 6. Okay, that's full throttle in 4th gear. Has it got 6 gears? It does have 6 gears, okay. Yeah, so I think 5 for style. I think that's probably fair enough. Maybe a 6. Maybe a 6. Okay, I'll give it a 6. I think it looks good. It's like a mini Dakar. Then sound. Sound has surprised me, to be honest. I think it's actually quite nice sound. It's a 180 degree parallel twin, 500cc, and yeah, I think it actually sounds really nice. It's not. I honestly thought it was going to be boring. From videos I've seen of it, I thought, oh, this is going to sound boring. Not at all. Not at all. It's a really nice sounding bike. So yeah, so very happy with that. So I think, yeah, okay, it probably doesn't. It's not like a Motor Guzzi or a Triumph Bonneville or an Interceptor. It hasn't got that. But it certainly sounds. I mean, you wouldn't be ashamed of this sound, you know. So I think I think let's give the sound probably 7. Is that too generous? Many people will probably disagree with me there, but no, I think it sounds okay. So maybe I'll give it a 6, just because it hasn't, you know, it's not the most throaty, beautiful sound you're ever going to hear. So yeah, let's give it a 6. So then, what have we got then? Power. I think that always comes next. Power. Again, I mean, just like the Interceptor, for a beginner, and when I mean beginner, I mean someone who's done CVT and then has probably done either they're on A2 or they're even on, like me, they've done their full license and they can ride anything they want. I mean, I've got no problems with the power. It's got torque. It's comfortable. Yeah, I think no problems at all with power. So, but obviously it doesn't have as much as the Bonneville or the Motor Guzzi, so you would have to kind of mark it down slightly. Does the Interceptor feel more powerful? I think probably ever so slightly, even though on paper they're probably very similar. I don't know what the torque is, because that's normally what makes you feel like you've got the power. So I think probably, let's say power is a 7. I think after power we have normally ability to Customize. Well, you know, it's not a bike you buy to customize, is it? However, I will say that in terms of what it is as something you can make into an adventure bike or make it more adventurous, it's actually pretty good. I mean, you've got obviously Rally Raid out there making stuff for the CB500X, and yeah, I think that's relevant to that. So you could quite easily make this into a much more acceptable adventure bike. So yeah, so I think obviously it's not, as I say, it's not a bike you buy to customize, but there are things you can do. Obviously get hand guards for it, spark busters and that kind of thing. So I think you can make it look quite a cool bike, and obviously put knobblies on it for more kind of touring stuff. I'd give it a 4 or 5, I think. Just give it a 5. Okay, and so probably the most important one is value for money. So I'm not entirely sure what the price of these things are. I think it's about 6,000 or 7,000. And I think that's really good. And then as far as second hand goes, I mean, you can get these, I've seen them as cheap as sort of 2.5 grand, and okay, they'll be a little bit older than this one, well, quite a lot older to be honest, but you know, 2.5 grand for a bike like this is very good value for money. I don't think anybody can argue with that. It's really, maneuverability, we didn't do that. Okay, let's do that in a minute. So I think, yeah, 10 out of 10 for value for money, absolutely. I mean, there's no question there. Yeah, 10 out of 10 value for money. And you know, on that, as I say, I'm thinking about doing some touring this year, doing the Trans-European Trail and stuff. But I also love, you know, bikes like the Triumph Bonneville. I love the kind of style behind that. So you could almost buy 2 bikes. You know, you could buy an Interceptor for 4 grand second hand, and buy one of these second hand for 3 grand, and you're still cheaper than most brand new bikes. So you know, that's a very tempting offer. Very tempting indeed. Right, maneuverability. I mean, I'm finding this so easy. It's so easy. More so than any other bike. It's just, maybe it's the wide bars. I don't know, but you know, it doesn't feel at all like I'm struggling with this bike. It's simple. I'm counter steering very easily. I did a U-turn quite easily, whereas some bikes, you know, you feel they can be a little bit. So yeah, so absolutely 100% maneuverability. It's got to be a 10 out of 10. And it's comfortable as well. I mean, I'm going over some quite hefty bumps, if I'm honest, and yeah, no problems. Let's have a look. Yeah, it looks nice. It looks nice. And I think, you know, with obviously with the Rally Raid stuff, you can get things like spoked wheels, and I like it. I like it. I'm very impressed by this bike. It's very easy. You know, as I say, I mean, it sounds good. It sounds very nice. Right. And it even does give a little backfire. Put it in 6. Yeah, I mean it's vibrating a little bit. Yeah, definitely. But is it bad? I don't know. I don't think so. So yeah, okay, finally, where do we put this on my map of best to last? Ooh, just difficult. That is difficult because, you know, they're all very different bikes, obviously. Yeah, so where am I going to put it? So Motor Guzzi, yeah, still last for me. Then, so now we've got Interceptor, Bonneville, and then this has got to go somewhere with them. So yeah, I think I would put this. Can't put it above the Interceptor, can I? I think I prefer it. I enjoy riding it more. And I know that's controversial, but I think I really do. It's easier. It doesn't look as good, obviously. I mean, you know, that's the thing. We're talking about style and sound is good. It doesn't sound as good, but I think I just prefer it as a bike. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry. I think that's the case. It's never going to be as cool as an Interceptor, but I think I just prefer it. It's a nicer bike to ride. So yeah, so I think currently it's going to go at position number 2. So we've got Motor Guzzi Interceptor, Honda NX500 / CB500X, and then the Bonneville T100 Bonneville. Yeah, if anyone's got any experience of this bike, wants to let me know what they think. Yeah, I'm very, very happy to hear that, obviously. But yeah, I've been very impressed by this bike. Very impressed. I think for a starter adventure bike, you can't go wrong. You really can't. So this bike has been lent to me for well, not a review, but a test ride by Doble in Colston, which is near Croydon. So thank you to them. They seem extremely busy. Here they are. Yeah, thanks very much to them. I think they seem nice and they seem very busy, which is always probably a good sign. It means they're nice guys and they sell good bikes. And we'll just have to see how it compares to the other adventure bikes that I'm taking out. So they're bigger than this, I will say that, much bigger. But yeah, you'll see in the next couple of weeks what I have. But anyway, thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe and comment and all that stuff. You know, it does mean a lot. to hear people have positive opinions.